I make prophecies that immediately turn out to be wrong.
Anything can happen in Formula One, and it usually does. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's go, 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 go!
And Alesi is the man who is closest to the man in front of him at the present moment.
And look now, at the end of the 5th lap, and we're on lap 6 now, to Williams. And Paris goes straight past the Williams of Tyrrell Frentzen.
A blow to the head with a helmet on doesn't hurt nearly as much as a blow to the head without one. So, Button is now up into 7th position.
I just happen to have my magic chart with me. It's a sort of shorthand thing of everything I need to know.
And how often you actually look down at that, and how
Oh,
often?
never. It's
I was going to say, yeah.
Turns into the chicane. Right, left, right. Now look at the conflagration at the back, which is about to happen. You can't see it. Both the Ferraris are in the top 6 at the present moment. And that is the only constructor that is. As they exit turn 5 of this 13-turn corner,
David pulls across in front of Coulthard.
all I can tell you at the moment is that David Coulthard, he keeps on accelerating and closing up to David Coulthard.
And David Hill wins in Belgium. Fantastic.
And India by moving up from 10th maybe to 9th. I don't think he'll do better than that. Over the line and remains in 7th position.
Never ever give Michael Schumacher half a chance. He'll be like a very number drain pipe.
And it is now 29 minutes past the hour. 29 minutes past 2 in Monaco. 29 minutes past 1 in Great Britain, 29 minutes past something else in the many other parts of the world, India, Pakistan, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, that are listening to us at the present moment, not to mention Malaysia.
Yeah, another terrific race by Jenson Button. And again, he is at the Hungaro ring for the first time.
Meantime, Fisichella has moved up into 5th position, and I predict he's going to pull away from the Williams. While you were away, Giancarlo Fisichella got it all wrong and lost 2 places.
But 4 cars in the lead are both on a 2-stop strategy. Frentzen is in 4th position now. Michael Schumacher moves up into 4th place. Frentzen attack. That's Coulthard's McLaren in front of him. 2 World Championship leaders on the front row. There he is, Mika Häkkinen alongside him, Michael Schumacher. Mika Häkkinen is on the 2nd row of the grid. David Coulthard up there with Michael Schumacher.
And you can see by the body language of the Benetton mechanics that they are absolutely furious.
And I can remember no Grand Prix driver who's made a greater impression on me in his first season of Grand Prix racing than Jenson Button. Next year he goes to Benetton, a young man with a great Grand Prix future in front of him. And there's a man with a great Grand Prix future behind him, Michael Schumacher. And that's Genet, that's Marc Genet. He's done it again. This is his first time at Monaco, and he's done it in at the swimming pool.
They'll have to red flag that.
Mika Häkkinen is in provisional pole position at roughly half distance in terms of time. Lap 28 out of 56, which, unless I'm very much mistaken, is half a distance. And yes, I am very much mistaken. Twice 26 is not 58. We are not quite at the halfway point of the race. We are now, actually. And Schumacher is continuing to harry, push. Just look at the gap before Heinz Frentzen comes through in 4th position. Fisichella is 8th. Mika Salo, an excellent 9th for Sauber. Jenson Button in the top 10 is in 11th position. Both the McLaren drivers are faster than their equivalents in the McLaren team at the moment. Mika Häkkinen comes through to win in Spain and pulls... Hello? What's going on? Off goes Mika Häkkinen! Off goes Mika Häkkinen out of the race! Mika Häkkinen, the race leader, loses the McLaren and slam bang into the wall. And the fin is out. No points at Imola. No points for his McLaren. Loses traction into the wall, out of the race. Wow! There are some small runoff areas here, but you've got to be millimetrically geometrically perfect in your positioning of the car. Move over, there is a driver behind you who is going faster and has the right to pass. Michael Schumacher, as I expected, is extending his lead over Michael Schumacher. This race is going to be a commentator's nightmare.
These gravel traps don't seem to be stopping anybody at all here. There isn't one there, Murray.
Just cost a few pence.
Look, we've got a strange guy walking down the side of the racetrack in a raincoat on the grass, and what on earth is he doing? Crossing the racetrack during the Grand Prix, and clearly either a bit too much beer there, or he's hit his head on something, because he's not being sensible at all. Safety car, so this will close the pack up. James.
Yeah, safety car, and everybody's reacting quickly. We're going to have everybody making their pit stops. We're expecting who's going to come first from McLaren. This could be very painful for whichever is the second. Amazing turnaround.
Fantastic development this is. That lunatic, whoever he is changing the complexion of the race. There he is.
Hopefully we'll never see that again. Man on track.
But ding dong, are we going to see a race now?
Right, good evening everyone. For all of you listening on to that man's voice in the background, that was Formula 1 legend Murray Walker, OBE. Sadly, we're going to start on a sad note. He passed away this week, aged 98. Covered Formula 1 commentary from 1976 to 1996 with the BBC and carried on till 2001 with ITV. Murray just sort of gained interest in the sport with his iconic voice. He captured the Murrayisms, and he captured the atmosphere of racing week in, week out. So I'll never forget. I always associate his voice with Formula 1. He did so much for the sport. So on behalf of Cone Racing League, we'd like to take a moment just in these first outlaps, or just the first outlap, just to pay respects to Murray and everything he did for Formula 1. We're going to stay on board with Sniper Boy, and we're just going to go quiet until they've come in from their outlap. Okay, we're on. Thank you very much for that. I hope I am a quarter of the commentator that Murray Walker was. So thanks everyone for just taking that minute just for a little bit of silence. Absolutely deserved, if anybody in the sport did deserve it. But we're back. This is race number 7 of the Cone Racing Academy. We're here, of course, in Belgium at the Spa for the Grand Prix. This is 22 laps over a distance of 7.4 kilometres, or just over 4 miles. Back for the second week in a row, you lucky devils. Mr. Real DC, how are you, sir?
Hello, thank you, Pheasant. Thanks very much. I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, spot on. Absolutely spot on.
Good. I would just like to reiterate the point quickly. I do thank you for doing that tribute to Murray Walker. Very, very good tribute indeed. I thank everybody else watching for joining in with that, so I appreciate it. And thank you very much for having me. What did you say, 22 laps in Belgium? I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, 22 funny old laps as well. We all know just how quick this track is, so you oh no, something's happened to Mishy.
There's a retirement already.
Oh, Mishy's gone. No, I didn't even have a chance to get the map
is that going up ready on, I believe? Yeah, the dreaded corner.
Oh, it is as well, yeah. Yep, just see his car in the back of the picture there, on board with Reverend, so he has lost it indeed. That's unlucky. That's very, very unlucky. Track just didn't have time to warm up just yet, but it looks like a nice sunny day, and that makes a big difference on this track. One hell of a big difference. When you're going at high speeds, the last thing you want to do is start aquaplaning. Sniper boy.
Absolutely, yeah, and it looks like he just pushed it a little too hard going up into the dreaded corner of the track. It will be where the race is won and lost today.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. So, we see MUFC Harvey dive in. He's currently with a 144.49. A little bit on last week. We saw Jay Wills take the spoils in Brazil. Was it Brazil last week? It was Brazil last week. Jay Wills took the spoils in Brazil last week with Ryan Mills in second. Corn Racing League's Murphy manages to get himself on the podium in P3. Gautier Lefalon in P4.
Oh, Mahmoodi's out as well in the same corner.
Gosh. He is as well, and we're just approaching it with Matt Warner, and we're going to see another car just to the right of your screen, and again in the background there. He's gone. It's already claimed 2. It was going to always make a big difference, that corner. Wow. It's already claimed 2. It's early doors for that. Carrying on, L. Wyatt was in P6, Reverend Melvin P7. Greg's Gaming Centre, who can't be with us tonight, he was in P8. He's going to be replaced tonight in the Haas by Golden Wolf, I believe that's right. Yeah, he's at the bottom of the screen. That looks right to me. So carrying on from that was Big Ben in 9th and Hedgehog in 10th. The championship looks like Jay Wills extended his lead last week to 168 points, with Ryan Mills on 134. My apologies, I've just realised I'm probably still following the same person round. Let's have a little look on board with Big Ben. Oh no, he's in the pit. Ryan Mills, currently in second spot in the championship. We'll have a little look on board him and see how he gets on. So in the championship, Hedgehog only 10 points behind Ryan Mills on 124. Big Ben in 4th. Gautier Lefalon in 5th with 62, and then it gets very close. 59, 59, 57, 53 for L. Wyatt, Sniper, MUFC Harvey and CRL Murphy. A little word on the constructors while we follow Ryan round his lap. Mercedes top of the board with 236 points on the board. Renault in second, 10 points below them with a 226. Ferrari sitting in third with 213 points. That's 23 off the lead currently. McLaren in 4th, 52 points off the lead with 184. 10 behind that again, Haas in 5th position. Then we have Williams, Alfa Tauri, Alfa Romeo and Racing Point, and Red Bull in 10th position. Probably worth noting as well, Racing Point and Alfa Tauri were fighting right up there last season. We saw the Racing Point and Alfa Tauri doing very well and fighting for the league. That was probably a lot courtesy of Warrior Huntsman and what he did for the Alfa Tauri again. After 6 races, but unfortunately Alfa Tauri and Racing Point currently in the bottom 4 of the championship. Just having a little look now. He's coming along Blanchimont. Ryan here. Turn 17 done. Sharp one into 18.
It's all about the exit from the bus stop chicane.
It's not bad. Not too much of a wobble.
Holds it well.
And pops himself top of the pops with a 143.1. Nice. Not too bad a lap. What would you expect to see today in terms of times? Do you think that's going to be beat?
I think that may be one of the top times we'll see today. Maybe, as you know, we do have some very fast drivers over one lap here in the academy. People such as Ryan Mills, Jay Wills, and Murphy. We know from last week he can pull a very good qualifying time out of the bag. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it in the high 142s. But you never know. It all depends on the bravery around this track.
Yeah, I think so. Decent shout out for JB Bowie as well, relatively new. It looks like he's set a time on the mediums there of a 143, so only half a second behind Ryan. That's sharp. If that's right. Is that fitted? Oh, sorry, it's fitted. What's best? Oh, it is best as well. Yeah, it is best. So yeah, that's a decent time. Only 5 tenths off the top. He's it's only an out lap. Sorry, I was just about to say Big Ben's invalidated his lap. Who you got your eye on currently? Is there anyone that's just about to start?
Currently watching Big Ben on his out lap. I did think he was on a fast lap, which is just invalidated, but he's just coming down the straight into the bus stop chicane now, so he will be starting his hot lap very soon.
Okay. We'll stay on board with Big Ben, currently 4th in the championship. Ryan Mills, J. Wills affirm their position once again at the top of the leaderboard in qualifying, which they quite regularly do. We'll touch on a little bit just while he's coming round on. Oh, actually, no, he's going to probably
jump into the pit.
He wasn't happy with that. Let's have a little look. Someone else. WFC Harvey, he's 8th in the championship. He's on an out lap. Whereabouts is he on the track? He's just early doors there. Let's have a little look at the Haas down here. Who's that? Gautier Fallon. He's on an out lap. He'll be the next to start a lap by the look of it on the map on the bottom right. Someone just behind him on track, I think, there as well. It's a Renault. Hedgehog, probably. No, it isn't. It's Ghost Angel 1. He's on the softs behind him. So, I'll talk you through a little bit of the lap. It's tough to get grip there on that final corner, to get a good launch down into La Sauce. The first turn. Pin right hand is so important to get on the accelerator to get that good launch, as you've got a long old straight just with these little testing turns 2 and 3. Eau Rouge into Radion.
Taking it well, taking it very well, keeping that car on the track. The grip seems to be there now.
Yeah, it looks all right, and that is dead right. It probably is starting to acclimatise quite well now. 7 minutes to go as he goes up Kemmel Straight towards turn 5 and then through Les Combes. Wish I had the will to pronounce all of these properly for me.
He'd show us up with the accent.
Yeah, he would. That downhill disgusting turn of Brussels, if it has a different pronunciation, but it's a brutal old turn, that one. And then heading towards this turns 10 and 11 of Pouon. Or is it Pouillon? I always get told off for this. It's Pouon, right?
I believe it's Pouon. That's what I've heard the most commonly. But yeah, we may be wrong.
Yeah.
But you know, we can only do what we can do.
Here's the odd different pronouncement as it goes. Past Campus, towards Stavelot, and then Courbe Le Pauvre Frère. I'm going to say that's not far off. Can't be. Turn 15.
I'll give you it.
Gracias. Wrong language altogether again, Spanish. So we'll see how Gautier is looking. He's still got a valid lap on. Looks like he's taken that decent. Can he improve? Currently in P9. Gautier, 5th currently in the championship. Just loses the rear.
Coming out.
He did, and he's run out of VRS on his lap and didn't. Did he? He didn't.
I didn't quite see that. He didn't move position. He may have improved just slightly, but
yeah, potentially. Murphy in P7. He's on a lap at the moment, just coming round sector 3. Let's have a look and see what he can do.
Kept that very well. Got the traction and the power down nice and early.
Oh, nice.
Up to P3.
Not a bad effort by Murphy at all. That puts the Alfa Romeo in P3, and
there is a car being claimed again by that nasty corner of Eau Rouge. It is crash gaming, unfortunately, so we will have abandoned that.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Unlucky crash. Matt out there, he is just holding back a little bit, letting them through before he starts. Hopefully, oh no, it's not how he's going to start his lap, is it? Oh no, he's on an out lap. He's on an out. That's fine. He's just going to pits. Sorry, I thought he'd slowed himself right down before he started lap, which would have been an absolute killer. Ghost Angel 1 still not setting a time, and Big Ben, he'll have high expectations of himself, so he may be trying too hard. Ooh.
Bit of a wobble. The time is still going, but he's going to slow right down. Yeah,
he is. He's actually pulled the side of the track there as well. He's had enough of that one. He's letting someone through. Still time, 5 minutes to get himself in and get himself back out. If he just has the one lap, if he's certainly got the tyres there to do it, just feels like a bit of a waste of a set of tyres maybe, but that can't really be helped at this stage. JP Bowie, I think, has got a great shout there with a what that. Oh, did I see someone sideways there? Yes, I did.
I believe, yeah. Just coming out right-hander, yeah.
JJ Cod Vickers just coming out of that Pouon, which, you know, can happen to the best of us. No problems whatsoever. Slightest little contact into turn 10, the inside of the curb, and you can go sideways pretty quickly, and a little bit too hard on, and you can go, you can leak wide, and you can start to come into contact with the apex on the outside of the turn. The problem with that is that if you start leaking too far over that track line, you're either going to get an invalidated lap, a penalty, or there's a few wobbles in the concrete and it can just unsettle the car and ultimately take you on a ride once again.
Absolutely, it's a very difficult corner. It's a very tough one to judge as well. You either have to brake or use the engine braking and shift down, and if you do that just a little bit too early or just a little bit too late, that's it. You've lost quite a bit of time. So it is a very tricky corner to get right.
Something to mention, I don't know if we missed this at the bottom, but it looks like Ryan Mills has took the top spot there off Ryan Mills. J Wills off Ryan Mills with a 142.7.
There we go, surpassing the expectations. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, that's them two have been very, very solid, by the way. One lap in, they're obviously steady, and J Wills loses control. A little bump into the corner there. Just seen.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, going flat out. Don't put yourself out the session. Ryan Mills just passing him there. He's on a hot lap at the moment. We're still on board with him. Just coming round. Brussels' turn goes a little bit deep.
Oh, J Wills is out. Oh, he tried getting out of the gravel. Has reversed, and his suspension's just given up with a minor piece of contact on the wall, and that's it. Oh, but no. Will that 42.7 be beaten?
Yeah, he keeps the time. Just means that he'll retire from this session, which is lucky, really, because if that had been what cost him the pole position, he would have been absolutely devastated. Ryan Mills pushing a little bit hard as well. How he didn't validate there, I'll never know. Just coming out of campus. He's now just about come onto the straight after turn 15. Has he still got his toe down?
He does, I believe. I think he's still going, yeah.
Yeah, it's still going. Can he beat it? Ryan Mills in the Ferrari.
Oh, he's run out of ERS, so will that be crucial? He's going into the pits.
He has dropped out with 2 minutes to go. He will not get a chance to go in the pit and get back out. I don't think by the time he's gone in and out, I don't think he's got 1 minute 30 to get round with the pit lanes in and out. So I think that means J Wills is currently the fastest man on the track and may stay that way. Murphy with 2 minutes to go, if he's put enough juice in the tank, he'll have 2 shots at this.
JB Bowie also has just come out of the pits on those soft tyres. So as you can see, he's just under a second behind the pole time. So can he gain that time on his softs?
Yeah. 2 racing points just in front and behind each other on track at the moment. Just round in sector 2. Murphy goes a bit deep. He's just in his out lap, actually. Is there anyone currently on a lap? Reverend in the Williams. He's just started his lap. Is there anyone else still on track? Who is that? That's Big Ben. He's on an out lap as well. So Big Ben's just about to start his lap. We'll stay on board with Big Ben and see whether or not it's, so far I've put a little bit of pressure on his laps when I've been following him, but hopefully he gets to set a time because time's running out. This is actually going to be his last effort. So he must set a time here.
Ryan Mills has retired as well, so there's no chance of him improving his time. So it may be all down to Big Ben. He will... to BX37 Pro, sorry, confusion there, sorry about that.
Same person.
Same thing.
Yeah, I just call him Big Ben anyway now. It used to say Big Ben on my screen and then randomly stopped.
It did, yeah.
Yes. How is he doing is the question. Just coming to the end of the DRS straight, Camel straight.
30 dead, sector 1.
Oh, need to hook that corner a little bit more, not too bad though.
He's invalidated.
Oh, he did. Oh, that's it.
Again, he will not be happy with himself there. That's him out of qualifying P20.
Oh, Big Ben. That's it. That's a shocker. Currently sitting 46 points behind the championship leader, J Wills, and has put himself to the bottom of the grid. However, driver of the day might have his name written on it. If he can have a good leap up that pitch. Up the pitch? I said that last week. Up the field, up the park. Anything up the track, he's going to run into problems. That's unlucky from him. So anyway, we'll jump on board with elsewhere on the track. Who else is trying to set a lap? Matt Warner's
JB Bowie on his softs.
Matt Warner's had a problem on his lap. He's just crashed in the end of Kemmel Straight, Les Combs. So he is no longer going. There's an invalidation, as we know. CRA Murphy. Who else was it?
JB Bowie. P5 on his soft, just coming through Poolwood.
He is on his soft, so I'll tell you what, I'll stay on board with him because we've seen how fast he is on those mediums and see whether or not he is in line to get himself on the top of that grid. This is his last effort. Whoever that car is in front, you need to make way if you're not on a hot lap. That's Rathbone does.
He has.
And he's set a purple sector 2.
Going to be close.
He is going to be close. He's got all the chance in the world here.
Oh, Murphy up to third.
Murphy's going to keep this third spot by the looks of it. Sniper Boy Hearts, I think, was the one that's just jumped up there, did he? I'm not sure, but we still
it may have been, yeah.
Yeah, with JB Boy. Or Bowie. Oh, he's took the last couple of corners pretty sweet, you know. Just a little bit late on the accelerator. Is that going to cost him? No! Takes it off Murphy into P3. Pits it into P3. Murphy in P4. Sniper Boy in P5. That is looking like it's going to stay there. Mazzles pulls in. Gautier Lefalon currently on a lap. He is coming in sector 3. Up past the Blanchimont and towards turn 17. Before that tight right, left. The bus stop chicane. And to the ground. Gautier, how are you going to do? Gets the DRS on, runs out VRS, and he's going to jump up to P6. Gautier with a solid lap. 143.6. There's nobody else on the track apart from JJ Codvickers.
That is how we will line up, yeah.
And yet Matt Warner has as well. Yet that is how we're going to line up. So Jay Wills taking the top spot once again. Ryan Mills in second spot. Both of them with the sub 43 laps. Well done to both of them. Solid laps indeed. JB Bowie again doing well. So he's put himself in P3. Murphy, great run again by him. Is he going to start coming into contention week in, week out? Let's see if he can. He got his podium, of course, last week in P3. Starts this race, P4, in Spa. Sniper Boy Hearts, he is in P5. Gautier Lefalon in number 6, alongside Mazzles in P7. Then MFC Harvey is going to be in P8 with L. Wyatt. Hedgehog, Rathbone, Reverend Melvin, Crash Gaming in P13. JJ Codvickers, Ghost Angel 1. Golden Wolf stepping in today. He's a bit of a contact on screen. That doesn't make a difference. It's finished.
I will tell you something quickly with them. I do apologise. It seems that my audio sharing has been turned off. I am here for the race, so that's okay.
Oh my word!
I do apologise. I'm sure everyone was very confused about who you were talking to. I do apologise, but I am here now.
Wow. Right, okay. Have I had any messages? I don't think I did. Or did I?
It's okay. No, you haven't. No, it's. I realised myself. I have for the league race CRC2. I'll let you go ahead and explain the top 10 quickly.
Wow. Sorry, what was that again?
I was just going to say, run through the top 10.
The top 10 of what? Oh, J. Wills, Ryan Mills, J. Bowie, CRL Murphy, Sniper Boy in P5, Gautier Lefalon in 6, and I was just looking down, to be honest, at my notes.
Do apologise.
Don't worry. I got the majority of it through anyway. Don't worry about that.
Absolutely.
As long as we have you. So, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to
Hello, everyone.
Code Racing League CRA Race 7. If you didn't realise, I have been talking to myself for quite some time, but we do have the real DC now alongside us. I'm so sorry that you haven't been able to hear him. Are you sure that I haven't been able to hear him?
I haven't seen anything from the comments, but I remembered I had it all turned off. So
I'm sure someone would have said by now if they couldn't hear you. Surely.
I will just double check. That's okay. You carry on. I'll go behind the scenes quickly.
Yeah, please. I'm just having a little jump on live anyway on myself.
Oh, they've been saying they could hear me. Well, hey,
yeah.
problem solved.
Beautiful. CRL. It says CGM on there. That's disgusting. Stan Schlag, as we know, Steiny 007. Hello, sir. He is again on the chat. Couldn't be with us this week. He's otherwise occupied, but I'm sure we'll hear from him again soon enough. Nice little bit of messages in the chat tonight, so thank you just again. Rest in peace Murray Walker. Rest in peace Murray Walker. Thanks Murray Walker. Rest peacefully, etc. And just everybody saying about it being a nice gesture, etc. So good, really nice to see. And of course he completely deserved it. It was quite sad news, but for a 98-year-old man, if I can get anywhere near that, I'll be happy.
Absolutely, yeah. He was a very influential person in the sport. So
Absolutely. He was. He was
the
a
least we can do, isn't it?
Yeah, he was a former British Army captain. I was reading up, bits and bobs before. Touch Millions was just like, an iconic voice. He could sort of capture an atmosphere of races, which is something that I do try to do myself, but I would never, I can't compare myself to someone like him. I'm quite a way off. You might have noticed before the comical blunders that he was quite commonly known for, referred to as Murrayisms, and I was playing a few before the race. Of course, it's all in light comedy, and I'm sure that Murray would see that exactly the same. That happens in commentary, even the best. So if you hear me say something completely stupid, at least I now know that an OBE also used to do it from time to time, and I can cope with that. But there we go. Thanks everyone. So we're on a formation lap, just coming round into sector 2. Sorry, put my notes to the side. And then we come towards 10 and 11, Poo 1. It also is a double gauche, or double left turner, double gauche, isn't it, in French? I'm not entirely sure. Again, I'll be corrected at some point, I'm sure. Looking forward to this. Who have you got your eye on today?
So I believe I'm going to keep an eye on the man starting at the back. As you know, safety cars could be important here. It may help him out. Big Ben, as we know, he's a very fast driver, and I think we could see him make his way through that field.
Well,
obviously you cannot be blind to the two men leading the championship, Jay Wills and Ryan Mills, can you?
Without a shadow of a doubt. As it happens, I don't know if you've seen there, but JB Bowie and CRL Murphy must have come into contact because they've been sat on the grid for quite some time, which means they're going to have colder tyres than everybody, and been disqualified from the formation lap, so they're going to obviously still compete in the race. But as you'll see, as they all pull up, the two numpties sat side by side in 3 and 4 on the grid. Just a quick one before they actually kick off. In fact, no, I won't, because it's a bit of a longer conversation, but we haven't actually touched on strategies yet, and I know that there's quite a few variations that you can take on, depending on how good you are at managing your tyres, of course. So I'm going to have a little jump down and go on L. Wyatt. Let's have a little look at L. Wyatt's on board for the start of this lap, and we'll quickly jump outside once we get going. Go right back through the pack at the moment as the last few pull up. Oh, there we go. 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5 lights. Go out, and we are away for the start of the Spa Grand Prix in Belgium. It looks like a clean start there or thereabouts. Sniper Boy taking an inside line on JB Bowie, and Rathball with an absolute taking a half, to be fair to him. It looks like there's a few complications there. Let's jump higher up the field. Everyone still looks like they're being clear at the moment. There's been a bit of jockeying position on the left hand side of your screen, as you may see, but don't pay attention to that board exactly. It says Missy Joy is currently first, which I don't believe is the case.
The car out. Big crash.
Big crash, and that's a safety car. Inevitably is going to be out. We've just seen
Only
Jay
GSC.
Wills. Oh no, Jay Wills is not out. Jay Wills is gone.
He's gone.
Jay Wills, our current championship
no.
leader, has gone with Sniper Boy Hearts. That is tragic. And that is someone else that's just smashed into the side. That looks like a Red Bull. There is chaos. There is absolute chaos. How is it only a virtual safety car, by the way, with 2 cars completely smashed to bits? Are you sure?
Everyone's slowing down as well. Yeah, it says virtual safety car at the top of mine, yeah.
Yeah, see, the safety cars, it didn't come out last week as well. This may be something to do with the settings. And my apologies if that was actually supposed to be the case with CRA, but I didn't think it was. But that is a massive, massive blow. Jesus, Nathan says in the chat. And I think not even he could help some of these now. There's absolutely bumpers, bonnets, exhausts, bits of carbon fibre.
Pieces of car everywhere.
Absolutely obliterated. 2 or 3 cars there. And we've seen just how bad these crashes can get. So very... Nearly had a sad event even in recent times with Mr. Grosjean.
Yes.
So Ryan Mills, however, lap 1, the virtual safety car, amazingly, was a virtual safety car, has gone, and he is absolutely stuck his toe down.
Astonished how that's not been a safety car. I think it may have all come from just I think it was a Red Bull I saw spinning. Not sure who of, but I definitely saw one spinning round, and I think Sniper Boy and Jay Wills just got caught up on it. Obviously, if it was, then I don't think they had any way to avoid it, but it was just horrific, wasn't it?
I think that there's been one or two more caught in that, because Gautier, Rathbo, Crash Game and Elwire all have gone into pit. Gautier, I've just noticed at the bottom of the screen there, got a penalty on the way into it. 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, I think, but I can't see his penalty on the left-hand side. MEFC Harvey's actually just retired from the session there, so he must have been in a bad way. What's going on there? There's a safety car. There we go, full safety car.
There is now a safety car, yeah. So that will help the people that have just jumped into the pits. Something that's happened that we've missed.
Oh, there's another car gone. Is that the other Mercedes, or is it the same Mercedes?
That's MUFC Harvey, yeah. That's both Mercedes being claimed.
Oh, wowzer. It is indeed so. Again, where's that at? It's 4, is it? Yeah, it's just after Radion, so he's obviously been at Radion, lost the Mercedes. Wow. So the Mercedes, after we said last week, were doing bits. Well, they've certainly done bits today with that corner. And it's all gone Pete Tong with only 3 laps of the race gone, but the safety car is out, so it gives all of the cars a chance to group back up. And I would imagine someone on the longer tyre strategy will be very, 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 very happy with that. Someone like maybe Big Ben. What tyres did he put on? Did he put on...
we'll have a look.
Well, I'll tell you what, actually, we'll have a little chat about that while we now have a chance to. Is there someone else that's lost it? Who's that? Oh, it's the safety car. I do this every time. I always think it's a Renault. It's not. It's a safety car parked up. So, yeah, the strategy for this, effectively, I think the majority of this pack would have gone soft hard, but we're only lap 2 in, so I don't know what they would have done there, to be honest. Maybe a 2-stopper and gone soft, medium, soft now. Maybe. I mean, hards, 20 laps of hards. It's doable. It's definitely doable, but the last few laps is extremely slow. But yeah, soft hard is 6 laps of soft and 16 on hards is one option. Then you've got soft medium, soft and soft medium. However, I have a feeling you're going to tell me that you go soft medium. Would I be right?
So it depends. As I said last week, it all depends on how you can manage those tyres. So yeah, soft medium maybe, but I think the favourite strategy will be soft hard again round here. Which unfortunately the man who has claimed it as his own this season, Jay Wheels, is out. But I think all the others will follow suit and go onto those hards. But it does actually, looking at what people have fitted, they've gone to medium. So I think they may stretch those mediums out and then jump on softs at the end.
Yeah, it's
it's definitely mixed up, the strategy.
It's blown it to pieces, hasn't it? Absolutely blown the strats to pieces. Realistically, by the time that car comes in, was it going to be lap 4, lap 5? I can't remember what it was.
I think it'd be lap 5.
Yeah,
I believe it'll be lap 5, just because there's cars right at the back just trying to catch up now.
I tell you what, I hope the weather's like this on Thursday, by the way. It's been glorious.
Absolutely.
All through qualifying, all through the race. Stewart's inquiry on whether or not the settings have been if this is on dynamic, or we've set this to a glorious day.
A bit of favouritism in the loop.
There's going to be worse. But yeah, how we currently have it mapped out is Reverend Melvin, of course, starting on the mediums, has had really the start of dreams. And he is jumped 11 spots to the top of the pack with Mazzles in behind. Mazzles, of course, a previous race winner already, 7 races into the season. JJ Cod-Vickers also jumps 11 places up. Ryan Mills down into P4 with JB Bowie, so the pair of them are certainly going to be hunting down those top 3 in the pack if it's to go by, if the previous races are anything to go by. But we'll stay safety car. We'll just see the rear car starting to pull up. So Big Ben starting to now catch the back of the pack. CRA Murphy behind him. Again, we're going to find out more and more about who was involved. Anybody in the chat at all that could fathom out some of the things that was going on, who did what, who's took damage, if we saw any contact by anybody in particular. I was really struggling to see what was going on exactly, because there was that much going on. I couldn't concentrate on one thing. Yeah, a little bit. I did struggle at one point to fathom out who was going, and while I'm trying to get the right car, squinting my eyes, I see another car go flying off behind it, and more trying to deviate out of the way. Let's have a little look on the broadcast at the fastest lap, 1:59 with Ryan Mills, the only one to go under 2 minutes thus far. Of course, that will change as it goes on. Stops, look at that for the amount of people that have had a stop. So we've only currently got 4 drivers that haven't stopped on the whole pack, which is Golden Wolf and our top 3, as we obviously already knew, but Reverend Melvin on the mediums. He's going to try and take them now for as long as he can. That safety car, by the way, will have been a bit of a good thing, because those extra 2 laps are where you can lose a lot of traction in the last couple of laps before you would normally come in, and it means that you might be able to get those extra 2 laps so that you can keep your softs really soft, you know, keep being able to have them attack, which is going to be very, very handy at the end of this race. If you can come in around 16, you'll get 8 laps easy, 8 solid laps on those softs. So it's looking decent at the moment. Safety car still out. Is it going to be coming in this lap?
Yeah, I believe they'll make their way round and it will come in. And that's when we'll see. I think that's when we'll see how these tyres work. So as you said, Mazzles, Golden Wolf, and obviously Mr. Giorgio and Ghost Angel 1 all on those softs. Mr. Giorgio and Ghost Angel did come into so they are completely fresh softs for the safety car restart. So will that help them out?
Yeah.
Do have a request from the comments saying, can you show us what tyres they're on?
Yeah. There you go.
That's coming from the head admin itself, but if you've already got it on, that's perfect. That's what we like to see.
Yep, not a problem. Not a problem.
Crash Gaming 96 asking for another invite. I did send you one, but I will definitely send you another one now.
Yeah, we'll send you another one in a second, Connor. Crash Gaming. Connor Verchesi. Sounds like it should be Verchesi. Is it Italian?
Giving me butterflies with that pronunciation, Pheasant.
Beautiful. Connor Verchesi. Tell me if I'm wrong, by the way. It's probably Verchesi from Leeds. Right. Let's have a look. Leader, intervals, tyres we have already got up on the left hand side of your screen. So have a little look. They are the penalties currently. Gautier with the 10-second. So is Mishi, Matt Warner and Mean Man Moody's having a bit of a bad time with the penalties at the bottom. Reverend and JJ Codd are still out on those first lot of tyres. A couple that haven't stopped, as well as Mazzles, and 2 of them have got 5-second penalties. It's looking quite nice to Ryan Mills. I mean, it probably was right off the very bat as soon as he saw Jay Wills go. Big Ben setting a lowly time. Hedgehog, where's he currently? Hedgehog's in P6. They're is racing. Third in the championship. They are racing. Sorry, I'm not even looking. So we're away again. Position change, and we'll get that out of the way. We'll jump up the pack a little bit. Looks like there's a few side by sides now racing, and the racing points has come onto the inside. I don't know what he was doing there, JB Bauer, but he was just dived. Just cost himself that.
Looked like he just come out of the pits.
Yeah, he hugged the right hand side, unless he just lost the back end and he just had to wait until he came to a stop, which is sometimes the case. Just looking back through the pack.
All nice and clean, going up.
Everyone is, yeah.
Not sure.
Sorry to flick over the
same difference.
Yeah, I'm sorry to flick over the all of the drivers there. It's just to try and catch everything on stream if there's anything goes wrong, because of course they're all right beside each other. We've seen in the intervals on the right hand side. We're going to have a little look at Rafbo. Is one of them going to take a look? Looks like they're staying in single file. Very, very nice at the moment. But there's contact there. Rafbo in the Red Bull catches the back of Gautier Lefalon. Doesn't look like it's caused him any problems. Has it? No, it hasn't. Hedgehog with a 3-second time penalty, and we are properly racing now. Alice to see. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. I don't know what's going on or where it's gone on. It looks like the yellow of Ghost Angel 1. He is... Oh, there's some of his wing gone, front right wing on the restart, so he's going to be looking at coming back in the pits, and he will not be happy. Looking back to the top of the grid, Reverend has had a decent little launch there. He's getting himself away.
He has, creating a gap for himself.
He is. The second and a half's not bad at all. Mazzles has a little look. There's 3 of them all right beside each other. Will anybody have a go? He's steady. Mazzles, Ryan Mills just in behind them. Hedgehog just in behind them. Looks like there's a good little battle at the top. Jump on board now with Mazzles. Looks at JJ Codd, takes it a little bit narrow. He can get a better launch, but doesn't. He's very, very cautious out there. Of course, you've got to realise and understand that these are heavy cars, a heavy fuel load over the first few laps. Certainly harder to manoeuvre the car and get it into corners. But 6 laps in, of course, 2 or 3 of them have just been crawling round. You can also argue that some of the tyres might be a bit cooler, but they'll be up to temperature very, very, very quickly. Right, can we see anything going on?
Oh, JJ Codd Vickers is claimed again by O'Rood and Radioni, just taken the line a little bit too wide, and his car has just spun.
Matt Warner, you see coming up now, he's just slowed it right down for the virtual safety car. And on the right-hand side of your screen, you can see, there it is there. It's such a delicate movement, isn't it? It's not actually a great deal of movement with the steering. I don't find anywhere. I literally, the movement through Eau Rouge to start with is just resting my left finger on the steering wheel, but no more than, no more turn than that.
Absolutely, it's a very tight line, as you saw from JJ Convickers there. One little movement going up that corner into the sort of the gradient change, and that's it. The car can go. So yeah, it's just the most minor adjustments you have to make going up there, or you will lose the car.
Yes, what we all wanted to know as well is that Conor Berchese is Italian, which
there we go.
I was probably somewhere near. Hopefully, right. Fourth one.
Oh, Reverend Melvin.
Who we're looking at?
Through penalty.
Holy moly! Not what you need. Not what you need. Ryan Mills gets himself into third position. Hedgehog in behind. Gautier looks like he's going to make a move on Golden Wolf. Does so. Gets along the Haas. It looks like there's some contact. Has it?
Ooh.
Golden Wolf's managed to keep hold of it. That's the two Haas's getting a little bit too close to comfort towards one another. It's going to cost.
Oh, Jamie Bowie dives in.
He does. Just looking at the behind him.
Too.
He does get it done. That's a good little take, by the way. And Wolf has lost control. Oh, no, he hasn't. He's got it in the pits. No, he hasn't. He's got it in the pitch yet. And he's going to sit back. It was just because of my angle on the screen. But they've all now started to bunch up. This is starting to get into a proper race, by the way. Murphy makes a pass on Mishi.
This is the stuff we like to see. None of this safety car malarkey, just some nice out-and-out racing.
Proper racing, I tell thee. So, if we jump up to Ryan Mills, he is only 3/10 behind Mazzles with DRS open. I don't think he's going to get a chance to do it. As
L. Wyatt's gone too. Is that the same corner?
He's a dump. It's 5.
It is.
It's 5 on Radion. Radion 5.
It's the curse of Matt Warner, I believe. Every time we're coming on board with him, coming past him.
Wowzer. So, that is it. That is the fifth driver today that is claimed by the beautiful twosome of Eau Rouge and Radion. And that claims once again another one bites the dust indeed, and another one.
I was going to say DJ Khaled making a special appearance today.
Yeah, another one. I'll try and get it as good as I can. Drive through pen for Rafbo under the virtual safety car. That is not what you need, Rafbo. Where is he currently? Oh, he's in P8. He's in P8?
Rafbo, he is, I believe. That's what.
Oh yeah. Who's that? Ghost Angel 1. Oh, sorry, right. I'm getting confused. So the pack's now getting close. Mazzles has had a great look at Reverend Melvin, and I think with the softs he's going to get down the inside. Gets it done. Pulls himself the outside, and that's him through. He, of course, is on. Let's have a little look at tyres. Where's the tyres at? Interval.
Oh, another car has gone. Not over this time.
It's JB Bowie.
Just before the bus stop chicane.
It is JB Bowie on that very sharp left-hander. Turn 17. That is only too easy to do if you catch the inside of that apex going at that pace. What I said before, a little bit of losing the back, it just wobbles the back a little bit, and that can be the outcome. Very, very easy. Mishi Joy and JP Bowie going to the pitch. You see Crash Gaming go past there on the left-hand side of the screen, and we'll stay on board with them in the pits, and let's see this pit get done. He's on hards currently, only 8 laps in on hards, so I'm imagining that he's got some damage here, JB Bowie, from that incident. And you can see there that the team are waiting, stood to change. Oh, he's also got a penalty for time as well, so 5 seconds before anything gets done. The mediums will come on, extra time for him while they put in the front wing back on, and the nose is on, and he leaves the pits. JB Bowie, the big hit there, he's well behind the pack now, and he's got a lot to do. Let's go and have a little run up, back with the pack, and see what is going on up top. The still nicely spread out, really. No one within catching distance. Big Ben, for where he started, he's going to be pretty happy with himself now into P4.
Absolutely, climbing all the way up from P20, just like I said at the start, and he's now in reach of that podium position. Whether these mediums,
absolutely
depends.
DOTD with his name on it, as we said. I don't think the mediums go the rest of it with 5 laps off 3 laps of the race. I honestly don't think you take the mediums all the way, not from softs. That's a lot of laps.
Of course not. No.
I think it's just probably puncture territory there, surely. I don't know whether or not with good management you can, but you're certainly losing a lot of pace towards the end. So are they going to all jump back onto the softs? I think that would make a lot more sense because you can get around here pretty quick.
Yeah.
And a bit of a chop and change of the fast lap. Ryan Mills firstly set it. Gautier Lefalon tidies it up behind him with a 1:47.9. Still on board with Big Ben as they approach. He's got his overtake on and they're going towards the slippery corner. Is it going to make a difference to one of these races up top? They're through.
They're fine. Good.
They're through. Next one. Through. We're going to stay on board with all of them just to put a little bit of pressure on them. Reverend Melvin goes. Takes it a little bit wide. He's backed right off there. And I don't blame him. I do not blame him. Any of them. Oh, he's still got a 3-second map. He must have
he just cut the corner just at the top of the hill there. Just going over the track limits.
Brutal. Mean Man Moody coming to catch up with Crash Gaming, who is currently not on board.
I believe he's having a bit of a problem taking control of his car. He's back in the session. I think it's just down to whenever he takes control of that car.
Okay.
Just something to bring your attention to. We do have 2 drivers still to serve a drive for us. We've got Rathbole 2 in 6th place and Mean Mahmoudi in 10th.
Alright. Okay, thank you for that. I wonder how many laps they've done since they did that. You get 3 laps to get your drive-through penalty done. I believe it's 3, isn't it? Pretty sure it's 3.
Yes, yeah, 3 laps, yeah.
Yeah, drive-through indeed. Just confirmation on the left-hand side of your screen there. DT dive through, Rathbole and Mean Man Moody. Thank you for that. A few with 2 stops. Nishi, JB,
Oh
Bowie.
no! Crash Game has just taken control of his car and has spun.
Has he got away with it? Did he hit the side or?
I believe he's hit the wall. A little bit of damage. I think he's just...
Oh, that's him done. Oh, it's race over. How on earth is he still driving that car? Because that was the front left wing gone, and he's just hit the front
left tyre off the
suspension
is made of titanium.
Wowzer, he is a lucky boy. But unfortunately, it isn't going to add any positives to his day, I'm afraid. As we see quite a few now coming into the pit, so putting themselves on mediums, and of course that'll be how they finish it. And Big Ben's
gone past Ryan Mills for the lead.
Ryan Mills with DRS on the Kemmel straight, gets it done. Big Ben with what I could only describe as a worldie. The pair of them only on 1 stop currently. Both on the same tyres. He's only on 1 more than Ryan, and the tyres at this point, again, I think these have both got to come in, but they've certainly got the pace. I think, I'll tell you who's probably worth keeping an eye on here is Murphy.
Murphy, yeah, 6 lap hard. He can take them all the way to the end.
He could very, very well get this race done if he can stay close enough to these boys at the front that have gone for the extra stop. He's got every chance in the world. That's Gautier and Lefalon.
Oh, there's a virtual safety car. Someone has...
Oh, it's again. There's another one. There is another one.
Oh, no. It's Mean Man Moody.
It's Mean Man Moody in the same spot again.
This is...
Oh, my word. Hell's teeth. Capital F.
Oh, this is carnage, isn't it, Pheasant?
This is bad. I mean, you can see that there's been a few learn their lesson, so well learn their lesson, that they didn't actually accelerate at all going through Radion. But then there's
Absolutely
others that
not.
are just probably, or stick it in at 8, so you know you've got nice balance and control over the car, and just slowly get up the hill. Don't try and try anything special.
Just trundle over.
Yeah, this is incredible. Incredible. Lap 11 of Nathan, question mark 11. 11? What? 11 of 22. We are halfway through this race and a quarter of the way through the drivers.
So it's not looking good for them out there, is it?
Reverend Melvin and Golden Wolf are the 2 still to stop. Reverend Melvin on 10 laps of medium right from the off, and Golden Wolf still on his soft. Golden Wolf, I would imagine, is coming. Oh, as we literally look at watching him do it, he's coming into the pits now, and he'll probably pop on mediums, or he should do, and that will certainly get him to the end of the race.
Absolutely.
JB Bowie.
Just clarification coming from the chat. So the 11 was because Nathan asked how many do you think will finish this race. We've got 11 and 12 as predictions so far. So I still believe 3 more cars are going to go out on that.
Well, there's 50% of the race gone.
There is all the chance in the world, isn't there?
Six drivers have left us, and that's 11 laps into a 22-lap race. Let's hope it doesn't turn to 12, or that would be pretty tragic. But as the drivers are a little bit more spaced out, I imagine that won't happen. Ryan Mills just inside a second now for Big Ben. They are coming up towards Blanchimont and turning 16.
Oh, there's another car gone. Ah, it's Rathbolt. He's on the side of the track.
Yes, he is. It's in Sector 2. It's Pouon. He has lost it in Pouon.
Crash Gaming has gone too.
Left-hand side.
Oh, there's another car claimed by...
Oh, wow, it's the same spot. It's the same spot. It is. It's the same spot. Oh, my word.
Oh, no.
What is going on? This is... Come on, lads. I know this is the academy, but come on. Come on. This is all about now just being clever. Tyre management. I mean, tyre degradation can be quite bad around here if you are pushing it. These things can happen. We're just going to be on board with Ryan Mills just in behind Big Ben. We're going to probably pass the car on the right hand side of the track there. That is Ryan Mills' partner in crime, his teammate in the Ferrari of Crash Gaming, who has gone to give a kiss to the sideboards, and that's his race done, unfortunately. But Conor Verskesi, hang on, I need to read it again. Conor Verskesi, next time you win, Mario gonna win, 100%, 100% here. Oh, there's a Keenan as well, Keenan Verskesi. I hope that's one of the family, and welcome along if so. But yes, unlucky crash next time. But that's P14, so technically, oh no, he won't get points. So he hadn't finished the race. I was thinking he was in the points there.
Exactly, yeah. So all drivers now, if they finish the race, will get points.
Yeah, absolutely. Top 15, all scoring points. So yeah, solid. Very, very solid for them all. Now, regardless, everything to play for. Still half a second splits. P1 and P2, Big Ben. Stretching out those mediums, of course. They're going to try and have to stretch out as much time as they possibly can. In fact, they're going to have to stretch out a full pit stop in front of Murphy, who would go front and centre. But of course, he'd then be on the worn hards, and they'd be on fresh softs. So this could have one hell of a finish in line or in store, especially when these all start diving in. Reverend Melvin could even go for an undercut, although he's on 11.
Is that another car?
No.
It can't be.
Oh, it's... What? No, it's not.
Stay on board
It's Ghost Angel 1. It's Ghost Angel 1. He's gone.
Oh, no.
Ghost Angel 1 has left the building. It is him. We're just about to see... There he is, packed up on the right-hand side. It's literally a carbon copy of where Crash Gaming finished a second ago, pointing the other direction. There's another one gone. Are we going to finish a cone racing race? Surely not, with only half a squad still on the track. Just need to go steady, everybody.
Absolutely. Don't be too brave. Oh, there's another one, Reverend Melvin. No.
Hey.
Oh no.
Whoa. We are. This is an all-time record. It's got to be an all-time record. I love the fact that they're all pushing it, but they're all on worn tyres.
I love the commitment, but just sometimes you just if you feel yourself going, you need to back off just that little bit just to get you through safely.
I wonder whether or not there's been one or two of them that have left overtake on, because I tell you what, you've got no chance. As soon as you start to lose that a bit with overtake on, with no downforce on the car, it's going to start a wobble, and a wobble can get. Well, that can finish a race pretty quick. It all depends on how stiff the suspension is, but if you've got quite a little bit of suspension, probably not. But if you do have a bit of suspension into this set up for this race, you're not going to be able to do much. Crash is leaving the session there, so we shall see you next week, Crash. JB Bowie still starting to leak further behind Gautier, actually, but Gautier's got fresher mediums, so we might expect that. CRL Murphy.
Yeah, looks like he just jumped in, so he will take them to the end now.
Yeah, he's closing in, Murphy. He is actually closing in on Hedgehog, of course. Hedgehog's still on the mediums, so the hards at this point probably have a bit of an overlap after 9. The hards probably the better tyre after 10 laps on the mediums, I would probably say. They'll probably level each other out anyway, I would have thought them too. But Murphy's going to have the launch on the DRS straight. Hopefully, he's got plenty of VRS there, by the way, Murphy. He's got boatloads of it, so if he can get this launch,
It's not yet. Yeah, good.
let
Well done,
off- yeah,
Murphy.
he's let off.
Ease yourself through. Well
He
done.
did. He let off the accelerator just a little bit, and is that going to pay dividends? Because I think Hedgehog must have done the
He
same.
does have this. He does have the pace.
He's got the inside line. He's going to get it done. Oh, don't cut him off. Don't cut him off. Wow. he
Oh,
nearly did.
Hedgehog just braking a little bit too
Oh.
late. Oh,
What's happened? Is he still there? Hedgehog's still there. That's all right.
he is, but it looks
he
like
corrected.
Murphy. Yeah.
He corrected. I think did he lay for overtake on that? But yeah, it's that could have gone a lot worse if Hedgehog was alongside him. But you can't do anything about losing control, and you certainly don't get pulled up in Cone Racing Academy for losing control of the car. It's just when it's in dangerous circumstances that we try to not do. JB Bowie has a good look at Gautier also, but he's not going to get alongside him before the turn. After the Kellogg's Straight, turn 5 and through these last comms. Corners P8 for JB Bowie.
Someone to bring your attention to, Matt Warner.
Okay.
Up in P6, 11 lap old hard. Do you think he can take him to the end?
How many have we got to go? 8. That would be what, 19. Had 16. Yeah, I think he can. I think he can. I think he's at risk with 6 seconds. I think Gautier might catch him on those mediums when he's on 1 lap of mediums. I think that's probably gone. And then JB Bowie, arguably at the pace that he's shown, he could also get him. But even still, P8 for Matt Warner, considering last week he wasn't in the top 10, so that's going to be a good finish for him, and he'll take it. Has there something happened at the top? Big Ben has dived in the pits for fresh, soft. Ooh, that might be a bold old.
That's a big
move.
call from Ben.
It's bold. Murphy, he sees on 11 laps of hards, but those softs are 100% going to keep him nice and pacey. Ryan Mills, is he going to try and keep that 15 seconds? Probably doable, but 7 laps to go. Maybe his best shout is, because of it just been a short pit stop, dive in and do the same. Get behind him and see if he can take 1-2. Sorry, the hiccups have started.
Just a few things quickly covering the comments. We've got Dragon on Speed saying, driver of the week is everyone who didn't crash out in the academy tonight. We have Steinstag saying, Jeff, the track is quiet at the moment. Let's go out and win the race.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, that's what he'll be saying. There is 11 people now in this race. Did we lose another one and miss it? Or was it down to 11 anyway?
It was down to 11 anyway. She was Red Bull Melvin, right?
Ah, right. Yes, it was. He was the last one to go. So just on board with Big Ben, who this tussle is currently our closest on track. Hedgehog in front of him with the fresher tyres. You would expect Big Ben to make quite easy work of Hedgehog, and I think he's already going to do it on this launch.
It looks like it's going to happen now,
Has the fastest sector 2 on the track and makes a nice easy turn. Don't cut him off. Woo! Nearly contact, and we've seen that before. Don't cut him off either. Hedgehog, he's passed, he's done. So you'd think he'd have firmed that position now, Big Ben. I wouldn't imagine that he'd give that back. He's only 1 second behind Murphy, who you see in his sights in front. Murphy's going to have to, he's got a lot on his hands to keep Big Ben behind him, if I'm being honest, with 12 laps on hards. He just needs to keep it consistent, though. Third's good. Third is solid, and I think he might have secured that.
I'm sure he'll take another podium. I'm sure he will. Mazel's passed Hedgehog as well.
Hedgehog's started
Hedgehog into the pit.
He's going to pop some reds on. He's had a penalty that he's had to sit and wait for in the pits. And is that going to be a big hit for Hedgehog? I mean, he had a free pit really with Matt Warner. No, he didn't. Matt Warner's going to probably get past him in the pits. Yes, he does. So did JB Bowie, who's just behind Matt Warner as they come around. JB Bowie's going to be right behind Matt Warner. In fact, there's the 2 racing points going flat out there. Have improved a lot, them 2, by the way. Let's have a look at where they start.
Absolutely.
I think they've done very, very well. Position changes. JB Bowie, he's dropped positions. Matt Warner up 12. Matt Warner. Big Ben up 17 spots at the moment. And he is going to have every chance in the world at taking on Murphy.
He does, however, have those 13... Matt Warner does, however, have 13 seconds of penalty. We've got Nathan JB asking what the penalties are. If you could get that up on screen for me.
Yerp. There. So, Murphy with 3 seconds on Big Ben, by the way. So even if Big Ben goes past him, he can still keep within 3 seconds of him. With 6 laps to go, it's doable, you know. Oh, JB Bowie's just about to launch on Matt Warner and didn't get the chance as they both head into Puon. I think JB Bowie's going to get a better launch going out of it. Just needs to be clever.
Matt Warner
Matt Warner's touched the grass. He did, and that's a brave place to be. But he's tell you what, he's held it quite well. He's just tucked in behind his partner in the AlphaTauri.
Gautier Fallon to catch up, will he? No, he's just backing out into the corner.
Yeah, he's just having a bit of a wobble around, and that's a slippy corner, by the way, if you get the gear on. But he's kept on all right.
Big Ben's making a move on Murphy. Just makes it stick. And that he will now hunt down Ryan Mills.
Yeah, that's that done, isn't it? Although Murphy, is he going to get DRS here?
He may as well do, yeah.
No, he hasn't. Yes, he is going to get DRS. He's got plenty of overtake. If I was him, I'd actually open it up and get past him. And he is going to have a little go, by the way. Big Ben trying to protect.
Is he too far back?
He's not going to get it done before that corner,
Just
no.
about.
And I think that's where Big Ben will probably pull off again now, to be honest. Right, so let's have a little look. Stop tyres. We'll go on tyres and interval. We'll stay on that, come off. We're still on board with CRL Murphy, but just behind we've got Gautier, 2 seconds behind JB Bowie, and see him in his sights. Higher up in the track, currently sat in P5. In P7, Matt Warner looking at Gautier in P6, only a second and a half behind him. Go back a second and a half again, we have the third place in the championship of Hedgehog. He is in P8 on 0 laps of softs. I think he'll be right in Matt's glove box any second as Matt takes a big deep corner there, and it's going to happen a little bit quicker than we thought, actually, within 1 or 2 corners, and he's going to probably make that pass. Pouon just above them, and I think he'll probably do it at the end of Pouon, because he's definitely going to get a better launch than here if he gets it right. Ooh, he clipped the inside of the curb, which
just
is brave.
He's had to ease off a little bit.
Yeah, he
hasn't
did. Yeah, he had to straighten up again, to be honest. If he'd kept that lock on the left-hand side, I think he loses it, and it's very, very easy to do at Pouon. That double left of turns 10 and 11, brutal, can capture anybody. So
Ryan Mills has jumped into the pits. He's had to, hasn't he? He's been on those leanings for a long time.
Someone just said in the chat that he had to protect them as best as possible. Now he's got the fresh ones. Only 4 laps to go, though. Was that a shout? Was it worth it? Did he have a big enough lead to keep hold of that? He obviously didn't fancy the tyres as he is, but Mazzles in P4 gets past Ryan Mills. Oh, hello.
Yeah, Ryan Mills has just backed out of that.
Yeah,
it's probably the safest move, especially going here.
Ooh, Ryan. Well caught. He had to back out, but he's got loads and loads of pace. He's going to go back past Mazzles, and again
back into the podium positions.
Yeah, he's got. I mean, in 4 laps, he's going to have to improve his time by a second a lap to catch Murphy. But if he gets any closer than that, you've got to bear in mind that he hasn't got a penalty yet. Big Ben has 6 seconds, so Ryan Mills still wins this race. So maybe that was a tactical pit stop, and he knew what he was doing. If he does, fair enough.
Give himself the best chance. No tyre there. He can now push right to the end of the race.
And the thing is, he doesn't need to over push either, because the natural pace of those tyres will get him round. He doesn't actually have to, blow them apart to get round. Whereas Big Ben is going to try and increase that lead. So all the pressure on Big Ben really out of the two of them. I've just seen in the chat there about 120, 30 odd people making comments. 25 viewers again on the stream for tonight to have a little watch of us going around the Cone Racing League's Race 7. We are in Belgium, if you didn't already know, at the Spa. Is it Francorchamps or something? In Belgium indeed. So 22 laps, 18 of them gone. We're on board with Hedgehog, 3rd in the Constructors, 7th in the race today. 2.5 seconds with fresh tyres. Has his sights on Gautier Lefalon that you see just in the foreground.
He is, but Gautier Lefalon, 5 lap hold mediums, they will be at optimum range now. So it all depends if Hedgehog has that natural pace just to catch him just before the end of the race.
Yeah, he's got a lot to do. The pair of them have got some penalties as well, so we'll see how the penalties do affect them later on. JB Bowie, 17 seconds behind Mazzles, so the top 4 I think is pretty much set in stone, considering Ryan Mills and Mazzles both without penalties so far. Everybody is playing safe now. I think everybody's just being clever now. We'll go right to the front, as you see on the right hand side of your screen there, going around sector 2 and down towards this Brussels turn of turn number 8, this downhill slow corner. It's all about getting down. I mean, I go right down the gears into 2nd for engine braking, and then pop it back into 3rd before I get my toe back down and out of that corner. The next one again, just hugging the inside of the apex on the left hand side to keep as much pace as possible, going towards Pouon turns 10 and 11. This sharp right hander of turn 12, and then going towards campus of turn 13, and Stavelot in 14. That's also a right hander. Only one more right-hander to go before the long old straight with that Blanchimont coming over the last few corners of the lap 19. Still on board with Big Ben. Increases the gap to Murphy in second, as we thought he would, with compounds in mind. Murphy just needs to be careful. He's got every chance in the world of keeping that third spot. But of course, Absolutely. If Mazzles gets any closer, Mazzles is going to nick it off Murphy because of that penalty that he's currently got, that 3 seconds. But Mazzles 4 seconds behind. He's on 8 laps. So the real good fight between third place at the moment is Murphy and Mazzles, and in between both of them is Ryan Mills, who is having a bit of a jockey with Murphy to try and get by. He's not going to be happy one bit about that, because it gives Big Ben that little bit more chance to increase the lead at the front of the pack. Is he going to make a go for it? Doesn't really need to. Murphy a little bit deep. Ryan did dive in. Do you know what? He had every opportunity to do it as well, to be honest with you.
Absolutely, the space is opened.
He was sticky at tyres, yeah. Murphy just went a little bit deeper in the corner. Obviously those hards not sticking very well, and Ryan just takes the corner fine. That one a little bit better. He commits a bit more there. Mazzles, he's committed a little bit more there as well. All of them going into 8th gear, as I sort of commented before, just to sort of settle the car a little bit more. Not probably as fast as you can go through there. But
absolutely, I think they needed to commit up there as well, especially Ryan Mills. He's got gained another 1.5 seconds on Ben, and to be within that 6 second time, because he does have 6 seconds of time penalty. So if Ryan Mills wants his race, he's gonna. Hedgehog, no!
Oh no, Hedge.
Oh,
Hedge,
it's another one.
It is another one. Hedgehog on the right hand side again is committed, and we are going to officially only have half of our drivers that started this race finish the race. Stewards, F, RIP, whatever letters you want. Actually, the stewards should have a quiet week, to be fair, because there's been no one else's fault but their own by probably say 7 of the 10 have been self-made errors.
Have a nice day off, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it does
come to grips with what we've seen.
It does actually put the fear in me a little bit, I'll be honest, for Thursday, if that's that many people doing it. I've had a little practice already on proper race conditions, and actually it was alright, it was okay, but of course in a racing is completely different. And Murphy unfortunately gets that 3 second time penalty, of course that is going to be him firmly giving his third place away, I'm afraid, on this occasion, by the looks of things, to Mazzles, who is now inside, though 3 seconds behind him and setting a faster time.
Yellow flag. Is that sector 2? That's Missy Jojo has spun on Poo on.
Yeah, he has indeed. And that looks like Raf Bo has... Is he? Or was it Raf Bo?
Oh, it was Raf Bo, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Raf Bo.
Mixed up. Oh, he's gone again!
Oh, he's gone again, and the tyres are warm. Ooh!
Oh, the car's gone!
Oh, Golden Wolf
is gone! He's gone!
What's happened there?
Raf Bolt spun, and Golden Wolf tried going on the outside.
He tried to get out of the way of Raf Bo.
Just clipped him, yeah.
He's lost control, Raf Bo, Golden Wolf, and he has lost the car. Can't believe this.
Oh,
Less than 10 by Chris Schnabel, and I believe that is Krishna. Hello Krishna, what a guy.
He did say less than 10 earlier.
I said less than 10, let's see. Oh my word. Oh no! In the words of Krishna, made. Nemo. So it just oh wow, it's midday. There's 9 laps. 9 cars on the track. 21 laps gone. If we jump to the top, are they on the 22nd yet? No, they're not. Wow, get this race over.
Absolutely. Just one crucial thing: is it going to be a race line again for Ryan Mills? Last week he was 4 thousandths away from the win, and he's now 60. He's gained, I believe, 3 or 4 tenths in the last lap on Ben.
Yes, he has.
Is it going to be another one?
Really interesting, because with 1 lap to go, the strategy obviously is about 6 laps of soft-ish, so he's going to be losing a little bit. I mean, he won't lose too much traction after 6 laps of soft,
6.2,
but he'll lose a little bit. Ryan
it's
Mills
going to be close again.
The race is
Ben
on.
making a mistake in the bus stop chicane, losing traction, just coming out of it.
Toe down, Mazzles, as we can see, still. He is within 2 seconds of Murphy, so he might be still taking P3. JB Bowie 16 seconds behind with penalties, so you would think that Murphy will keep on to that 4th place if things stay as they are. Gautier Le Fallon, Ryan Mills, is he going to lift? Is he going to be brave? Goes for it, yes! Of course he has to. He simply had to, and he has taken... he's got him. He's got him. He's going to go into 6 seconds before the turn. He is below 6 seconds before the turn.
Oh,
we're going to stay on board with him.
Another close one.
It's going to be a very, very close one, by the way. As Big Ben just going around Brussels corner as we
he's 6.2 now.
On board. He's obviously gone around there pretty sharp, but obviously it'll keep fluctuating as they go straights and bends. Looks like he's taken that quite sweetly and gets straight into 5th. That's not too bad either. Is he going to get underneath 6 seconds? He still is not underneath 6 seconds. Mazel's keeping tight. Davy Bowie slips a little bit further behind Mazel's currently. Gautier Laflamme in 6th, Matt Warner in 7th. The rest of the field, I think, is pretty much set in stone because of the gaps. Depending if Nishi and Rathbone's gap penalty-wise is much different. I cannot believe what I'm seeing on the left-hand side of the screen, by the way. I've never seen anything like that.
So close yet again, isn't it?
11 cars. 11 cars.
We've had in the comments, Spa has officially defeated CRA.
That is, Spa has completely obliterated CRA.
Ryan Mills is within 5.8, 5.7.
Big Ben, on board with Big Ben. This is the last couple of corners for Big Ben. He almost drifts over the line.
He's across the line, but I think Ryan Mills has got it.
Ryan Mills has got it.
Has he? He does.
Ryan Mills takes it.
He takes the win.
Takes it. Ryan Mills just passed the line. Sorry, I was on Big Ben. Ryan Mills takes it. Murphy just coming over the line. He comes over the line, but Mazel's is going to steal that 3rd spot from CRL Murphy. Unfortunately, he's going to end up 4 seconds behind in the end. JB Bowie just coming round the final few corners of 18 and 19 to finish his race off. That's a good, solid race for him again. P5. Gautier Laflamme 7.5 seconds behind him. Matt Warner is also going to finish 16 seconds as we just finished the final few races coming around. Ryan Mills, well done to him. He gets himself onto pole here at Spa. Big Ben, can you invite Ryan into the chat, please? We'll have a little chat with him if he fancies getting on. Big Ben, by all means as well, they've been pretty much in the mix-up. And we'll see if we can have a chat with these lads in a second to get their take on what was a mental, absolutely mental race. Just seeing Mishi Joy coming round turn 18 to finish it off here in Spa. No, it isn't. It's going to be Rathbone following on him. Rathbone, can you believe, is last. Can you believe? But 9th. And going to get some solid points on the day. Superb. Can you also, Jay Wills, our current championship leader, is at the very, very bottom. The first person to be eliminated from this race in a very early instant between him and I believe it was Sniper Boy Hart, sorry, who did it. DC, I think at this point there's only one more thing to ask, which is, who is your driver of the day?
I'm going to go with the man I said to keep an eye on, Big Ben. Going P20 all the way to P2, just narrowly missing out on the win. It was a great drive, great strategic drive from him, I think. Kept it safe and definitely deserves that 2nd spot on the podium.
Brilliant. Well, I'll leave it over to you, DC, to introduce to the chat now our 2nd place Big Ben and Real DC's driver of the day.
Absolutely. What I'll do is I'll let you interview Ben, and I'll get Ryan Mills in here. I'll get the...
All right, no problem. So, Benny boy, what on earth was that? That race is just absolutely mental.
It was insane.
Yeah,
it was insane.
Crazy. There's only 9 drivers finished that race.
I know. I was surprised how many people DNF'd. I was like, wow.
Did it affect your race at all? Obviously, there's safety cars, virtual safety cars all the time. Did the strategy get mixed up?
I would have said the safety car at the start saved my race because I hit into the back of Matt Warner because I didn't realise I had to brake a lot earlier than usual since I'm at the back. Yeah. But it was a great race, battle between me and Ryan Mills. It was quite a far battle, but it was still a battle because obviously congratulations to him winning the race. I feel like he deserved it after last week. From what was it, 4,000ths of a second he missed off. So great race for him.
Superb race again last week, absolutely class. Obviously the difference between you two today was that he went soft, medium, soft. You were medium, medium, soft. And that was of course that extra stop that you probably didn't intend on doing. But that is what it is, I suppose. Next week you're going to be in Austria. How'd you find that?
Well, let's hope I don't reset to track like I did last time in season 3 and get caught on the street.
I'd advise against it. I don't think I don't think you'll get away with it for a second time. No.
Nah, I don't think so. No, Austria's it's fast track, so I reckon there'll be a lot of action throughout the whole grid.
Well, we've certainly not been devoid of action in the CRA so far, certainly with that race. As you mentioned last week as well, what an unreal race, 4,000th of a second difference. And as we are now joined in the chat by Ryan Mills, Ryan can obviously talk us through a little bit of, well, first of all, last week, how did it feel? 4,000th of a second, but today, to turn it all around and get the race, to get the race win, what does it mean to you?
I'm happy. I'm really happy about that. Last week, I was only 4,000.
4,000.
Yeah.
I should have hugged the wall and I would have got it last week. I didn't. This week, I don't know how I caught Ben. I really don't know how I caught him.
My sauce were quite dead.
Yeah.
It was gone. It was gone.
Yeah, I think it may have just been difference of strategy, wasn't it? Ben picked just a bit earlier than you. You had the 3-lap older, newer soft, so you were just able to keep them in their optimum range for a bit longer and get yourself the win.
Yeah, it was yet another spot-on race. Unfortunately, we see 11 racers not finish the race, which we hopefully will never see again. But pretty mental. Austria next week. Ryan, what you like around Austria?
I'm good, but I don't think I'm as good as Jay Wills.
Right, okay.
He's very quick around Austria. Very quick.
Well, before today, you were on 134 points. He was on 168. So there was 34 points between you. Of course, he's not going to get any points. You're going to get 40 points, which means you are now our current championship leader, Ryan. So no pressure. But we go again. We go again next week in Austria. So thank both of you for jumping on and having a bit of crack with us. And hopefully we'll see you both next week. So thanks a lot.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and secondly, obviously, Real DC has also just said thank you there. Thank you so much for stepping in once again after last week's sterling effort. He's
No
back
problem.
on.
I enjoyed myself once again, and what a race to do it on, eh?
Wow, I mean,
what a race.
There's so much to talk about. I hope this doesn't reflect in stewarding when we see stewards have a couple of busy days with this. But yeah, absolutely spot on. We shall see you next week. Thank you everyone again for that little touching section for Murray Walker, and thank you for joining in and tuning in as always. Join us next week when we are going to be in Austria for round 8 of the Cone Racing Academy, of part of the Cone Racing League. Thank you all, and we shall see you then.